G'day, my name is Dainsey and I am loving my new table saw. This is me with my old table saw while I was putting together the new table saw. It is somewhat bigger and let's just say it is better in so many ways. But this is not a review. This is me making the first cut with my new shiny 12-inch Sherwood cabinet saw. No point fluffing around with something small. I have got loads of jobs for this machine in my future. So I need to just get started. So the day one job was this bed, a pallet bed made out of form ply. I don't want to abuse the new saw with some dirty old pallets. With job one out of the way, it was onto the massive list of things that I needed to make for my wife's business, and a lot of those things were made from other things that I had previously made, and now I'm turning into other things. This saw is already proving it is very good at doing lots of things. I don't own a bandsaw and I now don't even own a miter saw. So the table saw pretty much has to do everything that I need in my shed, which means I wanted the saw with the biggest blade, the biggest depth of cut possible, which for me is really handy when I want to harvest big chunks of timber and get them sized down into usable stock. This, by the way, is a heap of gidgee, or Hardius for hairies. Yes, the table saw has a brand new sharp blade, but I want to point out that this 3 horsepower beast of a saw is making very light work of these cuts. Quite unbelievable compared to what I have been used to in the past. I've also been using this saw to help me declutter the shed. Anything that can be turned into something else will be done. Like this ugly coffee table that is now these beautiful push sticks. Check them out on DainerMade.com. I said earlier that this is not a review. It is a sales pitch. So make sure you use the code DainerSaw10 and get yourself a big hairy discount. Seriously, this is not a sales pitch. What I really want to do is to try and convince you that the table saw is the one machine that you really need in your shed as the workhorse. The centerpiece, le piece de résistance. Too much. And if you've only got the space for just one horse, or the cassiola for just one horse, then a table saw is the horse for you. But if you can, get one that has 3 horses built in, like this one. Of course, that wasn't even confusing at all. Now, some will argue until the cows come home that there is another machine that you can have as the centerpiece. But we want horses, we don't want cows. And specifically, you want this horse, the 12-inch Sherwood cabinet saw with 30-inch rails. Or get the 50-inch rails if you have the space. This year I have been making lots of mallets to fund all sorts of things here in the shed and outside of the shed. And I've really enjoyed all the upgraded features that I've not actually had before. And when I say features, I mean all the standard things of a table saw. They are just better. Huge cast iron work area, especially in front of the blade. Massive travel on the fence, robust fence, very robust. Long fence, high and low fences, a measuring tape, which I have not yet installed, overhead dust extraction, and 100mm dust extraction on the cabinet. But this is not a review. I'm going to talk about all those things maybe later in another video. It is a machine that is simply way more capable than my job site saw, and it is a whole lot of saw for the cassiola that you're going to pay. As you know, I am all for just getting started with whatever you can get your hands on or whatever you can afford. However, if you are saving your pennies for a new job site saw like I had, you may want to consider saving your pennies for just a little bit longer and opting for a cabinet saw. You are going to be very, very happy with your purchase, and it is going to be totally worth the wait. Likewise, if you already have a job site saw, flog the life out of that thing, make as many dollary doos as you can, and start saving to upgrade to a cabinet saw. Timbecon have some fantastic sales here and there, so keep your eye out, as that'll mean you are going to get a whole lot of saw for even less cassiola. Now these last few months, I have simply been using all of the stock accessories with this saw, and to be honest, it has been more than enough to do everything that I need to do here in the shed. And I've enjoyed the process of figuring out different ways of doing things now that I don't have a miter saw. I have not even began pimping this thing out with all sorts of sleds, jigs and accessories because I simply have not had the time. Hopefully now I can start to get onto those upgrades and truly make this saw la piece de resistance. Alrighty, my name is Dainsey and my name is in the code Dainer Saw 10. Please don't forget to subscribe to the Timbecon channel and also subscribe to all the personal channels of the faces of the people that you are seeing on the Timbecon channel right now. Okay? Catch you later.